Hello, everybody, and warm welcome to my channel, Tarot by Izabela. I am very happy to see you here today, and I hope you all doing great, even if we live in crazy times for the moment. Today's video will be a prediction video for the month of March 2026. And as usual, I'm gonna use my crystal ball, tarot cards, oracle cards, and some dice to do this video. But before we begin, I must thank you all, you wonderful, wonderful viewers, for all of your support to this channel. Without your comments, your sharing, caring, coffees, everything that you do, it would be quite difficult to continue doing more videos. And you are all a bunch of such a wonderful people, great souls, big hearts, and so much love you send to everyone. So I'm very, very grateful to have you as my viewers. And I also want to mention this. I have to begin to mention in every video. There are a couple of fake Tarot by Izabela circulating on YouTube. The only real channel looks like this. And it has the ID number Tarot by Izabela 201. There is only one real Tarot by Izabela channel, my channel. And as I said, it looks like this. If there are someone else pretending to be me, they could even use my name and they steal my videos, change the background sound and so on, pretending to be me. They are scammers, so please watch out for them. I have reported them many times to YouTube. Hopefully YouTube will do something about it. So please remember, only one channel, this one, and it looks like this. Okay. What's more, yeah, there are a lot of things happening around our world, many big events and many more to come. And when I do these prediction readings for a month, the time frames are always approximate. You cannot really predict on time. It's quite difficult. It's like could happen in March or April, May, whatever. But when I see something very strong, feel something very strong, then it has a bigger possibility to occur in that time frame. But it could occur a couple of weeks, days, months later, even a year or two, depends on what it is. And the energy is fluent, so energy can change. And through the crystal ball and cards, I try to read the energy that is surrounding us. And it could be a little fluent, and it's not always it does not always go by a linear time frame. So have a little bit, don't be too stuck on time frames, please. But hopefully only the good things will occur and the bad one do not really have to occur at all. So that was, well, that's a short introduction. But first, before I started reading, I also need to concentrate for a few moments on my crystal ball. After that, we're gonna start. And when I finished the crystal ball reading, I'm gonna take some cards. Okay? For the month of March 2026. So please just give me a few seconds and soon we start. Okay. Glasses on, and let's see if we can find some. And the first thing I saw a lot of military aircraft, helicopters, jets, and so on. And there will be a lot of military actions in the month of March 2026. The situation in Mexico, I predicted about it a couple of my videos before. It will escalate, and the military will have to go in and clean out a lot of those cartels and cartel members before they destroy the country totally. There will be, and March could be a month that is not so peaceful. I see military strikes like Mexico, could also be in the Caribbean, Cuba, and some military intervention in Iran. These military interventions are different from previous ones, since they are mainly there to clean out deep state and some very raw agents. I'm sorry if there are some strange background noises, but my neighbors above, I don't know if they are moving, but they're making a lot of strange noises upstairs. So I'm sorry for that if there is some interference in the noise. Two big arrests, famous people will be seen in the month of March. Very famous names. And as I said in my video update for USA and Russia, the Senate, the members of the Senates are going to be less and less beginning in the month of March. So I see one seat empty, another one. So it's like something is happening there. I see China and the south west border, somewhere there. There could be some strange attacks, kind of terrorist attacks. They want to start some big problems in China through this, but they will not succeed. With they, I mean the evil ones, deep state. But it will not be successful, and it will be cleaned out. But during a period of time, it could be a little bit of turbulent. Somehow, Hunter Biden is gonna be in the headlights. Something he done or his laptop, something around Hunter Biden will come up again in the month of March. The connections to different crime families and crime activities and so on. And this will also, of course, lead to his father and other people on high political positions. There are still some Epstein files left to be released. Not all of them that are left will be released in March, but it's like a portion of them. They will let them out to the public in March. And this time I see only the victims' names or pictures being redacted, not the those that committed the crimes. Their names will be there without redaction. Here, March, well, it's like a beginning of the spring this month, but still I see like patches of very cold weather, minus, a lot of minus below, and snow and ice spreading here and there on different places, planet, places that normally should not have these cold temperatures, but it's like one patch here, one patch here. Watch, very, very strange. And in the month of March, NATO, the European part of NATO, will do some very stupid actions, extremely stupid. And with those very provocative and very stupid actions, it's like the beginning of the end of NATO. They are digging their graves with this stupidity. But it's planned. So for me, it seems like it's a strategy to wake up even more people. March could certainly be a very turbulent month for the country of Iran. Yeah. Unfortunately, when some kind of revolution or changes in government, there could be more casualties, and a lot of people will have to leave their homes or hide during a period of time. And symbolically, I see those Iranian regime puppets being stripped of their tunics and turbans, and symbolically I see them standing naked on the street, meaning that all their crimes are about to be exposed and there is no way to hide. Everyone will see that the emperor is naked. See what really it is about. A group of deranged, quite psychical ill. We call them lefties. They are maybe 15, 20 max, oh, maybe even 30. They're gonna storm a place and be really, really violent. And this place could be a place where maybe G.D. Vance or Trump is at the moment. And there will be a lot of arrests. So this will be an act of treason or some kind of revolutionary act. And those behind it, or those that have provoked it, will get very, very harsh punishment. It's a bunch of crazy people, you know. Blue hair, green hair, nose rings, all what they have. And you can see in their eyes that they are not here. The brain is turned off. So a bunch of crazy people storming. and this will be a big scandal, who is behind it, and so on. And that will lead to 1 or 2 or 3 more seats in the Senate that will become empty. Trump was talking about an UFO disclosure. It will not really come in the month of March. Symbolically, I see a pile like this with information about UFOs, what US government knows. And if we take a pile like this, what they got, maybe they will reveal, something like that. The rest is still to come, but something will come out. Not the big revelation that we are waiting for, something. The rest will come a little bit later. Some sleeper cells of illegal criminals that belong to the cartels that are still in hiding in the USA will commit some acts of terrorism. Because I see explosion, I see shootings, I see some very horrible things in different states in USA. And this will in turn make even stricter laws against illegals in United States. But some kind of terrorist attacks may come. Hopefully they will be able to stop them in time, but there is a big risk that it could happen. In some earlier videos about Starmer, UK, I told those videos that he will not be the Prime Minister due to some scandals or whatever. This will come up more and more in the month of March. It wouldn't surprise me if he still is the Prime Minister at the end of March. Something big is about to happen with Keir Starmer. Or he will resign, or he will be kicked out. Something big. Could be that the March month is the month when we say bye-bye to him. In the UK, people are tired, they are fed up. There will be more protest in the month of March. And those who love Sharia laws will feel a lot of threats, because whatever they have been doing in the UK, they feel it soon is coming to an end. The people are regaining more the power, and those who really want Sharia laws, they will feel like they have to move from UK, and UK is no longer a safe place for them. The northern countries, Norway, Sweden, Finland, the governments are still pushing the propaganda about the big bad bear in the east. Oh, we have to be careful. Oh, we have to prepare. Oh, soon Russia's gonna attack, or blah 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 blah. Russia will not attack. They are trying to still fear-mongering the citizens and to somehow justify that so many billions and billions and billions of dollars are going to Ukraine and to other strange projects, while their own citizens hardly can survive the month. Here it says, they show me Jeffrey Epstein. He's not a leader of anything. He's a puppet to someone or someone's totally known or and unknown people. Whoever was or were controlling Epstein, it's like more of that truth is coming out in the month of March. So he really was only doing their bidding. And this is a very deep and dark story. And more truth is coming out. See if I can see something more. The month of March. No, I cannot really get anything more here. Oh yeah, one thing could be that we're gonna see more of the sun in the month of March than we have seen for many years. So something has changed. They will allow the sun to shine through more, and this will make people, give people more strength, more energy. So now let's take some cards for the month of March. I'm gonna use different tarot deck this time. Okay, let's take this one. For the month of March 2026. Nine of Swords. A lot of gossip, a lot of strange stories will be told, or debunking of false narratives will begin in the month of March. And let's take some oracle cards. And finally some. Okay. The last card, the cards for month of March, they look like this. Let's see what we got here. In the tarot card, we have the Devil, Seven of Coins, the Magician, Queen of Swords, and Nine of Coins. On the Oracle cards, we have Tent, Temporary Situation, Airplane, Travel, Long Distance, Rise Up, Freedom, No Boundaries. Then we have A Wish Upon a Star Will Soon Come True. Then we have the Hidden Path. A hidden opportunity lies before you. Look closely and don't be afraid to explore the unknown. And we have as last Imposter Syndrome. And on the dice we have a Pirate, Ouch, Sleep, some kind of telescope, one-eyed binocular, and an egg. More and more, the devil, both pirates, are being exposed. And many may think that they are still ruling here, but it's just a temporary situation. The exposure of the evil ones, the pirates, are really going to be in headlight during the month of March. I'm thinking about the Somalian congresswoman, how she was shouting at President Trump and all the frauds and horrible things that have been going on in so many places in the USA. More and more fraud and piracy is going to be revealed in the month of March. And in my prediction or update for USA and Russia, I saw some kind of assassination attempt on President Trump. This could be, it could happen in the month of March. It has something to do with an airplane, or he's going to an airplane, coming from an airplane. And they will try to ouch him, make him ouch, but they will not succeed. It will not be able to hurt him. So President Trump has been extremely careful when he travels with airplanes in the month of March. In the cards in the center, we have the Magician, A Wish Upon a Star, and Sleep. The month of March could also be a month where a lot of people that have been asleep starts to awake. For those who are already awake, many of us really wish that more people would see the truth, that will open their eyes and be able to not be hypnotized as they have been for such a long time. And we're going to see a lot of people suddenly be awake in the month of March. Many hidden truths or many hidden dark secrets will also begin to be exposed in the month of March. They will be focused on, even if they could be quite uncomfortable, still they have to come up for the public. And I said imposter syndrome. Many of those who thought that the government is good for you, everyone is doing their best to help you. More and more of the evilness than that all the countries' governments have been doing upon their citizens. Cruelty and their collaboration with Big Pharma, war machinery and so on, just to make themselves billionaires. More of this corruption will come out in March. The egg is gonna crack. How much money has gone to those imposters who pretended to working for the people while they were killing the people and gaining a lot of money from it. So a lot of horrible truth seems to be able to come up officially in the month of March. Now, let's take some last cards for prediction for March 2026. Some last cards. Oops, let's see what fell out. Four of coins. Could be that some big plans, economical plans, will be talked about in the month of March. Plans that could make normal people have more money in the pocket every month. So, these ones. And some dice. The last cards, they look like this. In the last cards, we have 10 of Wands, 4 of Swords, and 7 of Wands. On the Oracle cards, we have Lovers, Growth, Delay. And on the dice, we have UFO with bombs falling. Yeah, some kind of UFO war scenario. And then we have a little boy smiling and wise. The fractions of the evil ones, the deep state, are still left. They will try to push an alien invasion agenda. That aliens are coming, it's the end of the world, and so on. This agenda, alien invasion agenda, has been delayed. and they are quite pressed and they feel cornered, and somehow pushing this agenda will, when they push it, it will really look like something artificial and really not the real thing. Even though we're gonna hear a lot about alien disclosure, but in a way more like how extraterrestrial, non-terrestrial, under-earth terrestrials have been here and interacted with humans, past history, presence, and future. But not as they are coming to invade us, more like they are coming to help us grow and become wiser. The human race, we have seen it, they are not able to stop the wars, the fighting, and the illnesses here on planet Earth. So they will offer help to make this place, make this Earth a better place to live. Some things that have been hidden regarding children will also be revealed in the month of March. What children have been used to, and a lot of very horrible things, and that for many people can be extremely upsetting to hear. And it will also help a lot of people to wake up and grow and open their eyes to the real world we have been living in. And there will be many people will take the law in their own hands and go after horrible monsters that have been hurting children. But still, it will be a very active month with a lot of happenings and a lot of war or warmongering in the air in the month of March. Well, that was my prediction for the month of March 2026. And to all of you wonderful, beautiful viewers out there, I want to thank you so much for watching, and hopefully we're gonna see each other soon. Bye bye.